check my phone. Hey, thank you. Yeah, I decided to get rid of the plastic hair. It wasn't working. I'm just quickly waiting for my numbers to go up. I'm just quickly waiting for my numbers to go up. I'm a talent to me so baby. Hey, son. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's the Chit Chat Show. I need to stop saying show though. Assalamu alaikum. I'm a bit nervous today because I don't know. My nerves are a bit all over the place. You know when you wake up and you're like, okay, hey mom, so nerves, the mom, then regular. So I'm just feeling, you know, hi Nina. I'm just feeling a bit. I'm excited about this week because this week it's all about the women. It's all about fertility. It's all about postpartum depression. It's all about things that affect us. And one of the most important topics that we'll be discussing this week as Fertility Week, we are discussing legal adoption in Gambia. It's one of the things that people tend to not consider after trying. So it's going to be a very interesting week, inshallah. But yeah, I'm excited. So for the rest of the week, and every once a month or twice a month, we're going to be partnering with a foundation, a Gambian foundation called the Safe Haven Foundation. And the CEO herself, Miss Sainey.M.Ceesay, is available to us to discuss her wonderful work and her team and everything else, and we're just looking forward to hearing more information about fertility in Gambia, because there is a stigma to it. There is a bias, gender discrimination clause with every single time a woman says she cannot conceive, or So basically, what she's here to do is just come on board and let us know about everything you need to know when it comes to fertility care and treatment, and where to go to, and what her foundation really stands for. But in a nutshell, this week is just, I hope the men are listening, because it's important that the men listen. It's important that the men understand that it's not always the female's fault. It's not always your partner's fault. It's also important that the men comfort, provide support, be there when it's time to go to clinics, time to go to checkups, it's important that men are a part of the journey for every single woman that's going through fertility issues. So partnering with Safe Haven is not just for financial gain, which I'll come to right now. This month, Chit Chat and Chat with Chad is raising funds and raising support and raising anything that we can raise for the maternity ward at the RVTH. I believe that it's time that Gambians sort of forget about the government and join forces and solve our own problems. So as it's maternity week, my phones are wide open. You can text me on WhatsApp, which is +220 778-9494. That's +220 778-9494 to contribute to the show. But most importantly, I want to see numbers of people. I don't mind whether if it's bleach, if it's disinfectant, if it's blankets, if it's bed sheets. I don't mind anything. I just want to see some form of donation come from you to me in kind or cash, even if it's $10. Trust me, we'll be able to do so much together in terms of supporting the maternity ward. We already have Maya and Amijob and Mariam Sek and Domingo Boli and the list can go on. They're already doing that, but we'll come to them in a moment, because we're not trying to work against any of the foundations that are doing it. However, we are trying to join forces to provide for young Gambians, for young people that want to make a difference, but we are trying to support maternity ward in Banjul. As we already know, it's not at its best, and together we can change the narrative of going in there and not having enough of anything to support any woman that's going through labor or C-sections or whatever you have, So I'm gonna have a 5 minutes break to calm my nerves, because I'm a bit nervous today, and link up with Sainey, and hopefully we'll try and get into the conversation. Why am I playing these songs? It's time to humbal for you two today. I feel like I'm a bit boring today. Aisata Jawara, I see you.
nit ku ne war naa dëggu ci ki mu bëgg nit ku ne war naa dem fi ñu ko bëggee te sori ñi ko bëggul nit ku ne war naa bëgg ki ko bëgg nit ku ne war naa dëggu ci ki mu bëgg nit ku ne war naa dem fi ñu ko bëggee te sori ñi ko bëggul lebu mali marandooy man malooy bu jàpp jàndoo fale jiiti yaa baax ci man salam salam yéen ñu may jàmm ak salaam lépp Seck Njaay Atumaan Njaay Abu Dem ak Baay Ma
tubaab
salaam salaam yéen ñu may jàmm ak salaam lépp
ndeysaan
waa ji la bëgg nga bëgg ko nga bëgg ko loon mu bëgg la nga xel ba sa mbëggeel bi ci moom ndaw si la bëgg nga bëgg ko nga bëgg ko loon mu bëgg la nga xel ba sa mbëggeel bi ci moom ndekki mbëggeel nii la neexee ndekki mbëggeel nii la neexee kon ndekki mbëggeel nii la neexee dëgg dëgg ndekki mbëggeel nii la neexee lépp maali maram doy man maa la woy ku jàpp jàndoo fale jiit yaa baax ci man salaam salaam yéen ñu may jàmm ak salaam lépp Seck Njaay Atumaan Njaay mayel salaam salaam mayel Jóob jàmm ak salaam
I think Sainey's joining us now. Like I said, the Chit Chat with Chat is a very laid back show. Hey! Hello, my sister.
Hello, Fatu.
Can you hear me loud and clear?
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said earlier, we are being joined by the founder of the Safe Haven Foundation. She is the CEO, and she's here to represent her amazing foundation that's been working with women with infertility and et cetera, et cetera. I'm just going to give her 5 minutes to introduce herself, or even less. I have a lot of questions for you. So, yeah, this is Sainey. Sainey, take it away. Mm-hmm.
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
First of all, Fatu, thank you for having me on. Sorry, I am new to this, so you would just forgive me. I'm using my phone because my laptop is not working.
So am I.
My laptop is not working, so I have to use my phone.
Okay.
Okay, my name is Sainey.M.Ceesay. I am the founder of CEO and founder of Safe Haven Foundation. The foundation was established
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and it is always associated with the woman. So we come up with a strategy to focus on the women and then get men to come on board, which is working for us. Because when we started, it was really hard to get men to come up and openly tell you that okay, this is what I'm going through, and my wife is not even aware of it, things like that. So
Wow.
Alhamdulillah, we do get men that contact us and talk to us and ask us where to go and get help and things like that. We also try to fight to mitigate the stigma. We also raise a lot of awareness, to educate both couple, men and women, on things like when to try to conceive, the exact time, because with women, point in my cycle I should be ovulating and stuff like that. It's gonna be very hard for to conceive. So we educate and causes of infertility. We also try to engage men, to go and get tested as a couple.
Exactly.
Not
exactly.
Yeah, not the woman only the woman going to the clinic.
Mhm.
But go to the clinic as a couple. Get tested, know your status, where is the fault coming from,
Right.
and
Because
then you try to work
what
around it.
happens is, not to cut you off, what happens is a lot of fertility issues, marital fertility issues, come from this same problem. If you're going to contribute, excuse me for my honesty, if you're going to contribute your sperm, you need to be there for all the repercussions. Whether you're gonna get pregnant, whether you need to hold her hand, you need to understand that this is not just a one-way street. You need to be there. So I mean, I'm loving the fact that you are urging men to get involved, because it's high time that Gori just some form of representation in the whole process. You may continue. There's a delay. Yeah.
To get tested and everything. And, the doctors wouldn't find anything wrong with them, but still, it's still really hard to get the husband on board, to, convince him to go get tested and everything. In fact, they get so emotional, so angry that, you're asking them to go and get tested. We see all those cases. So it's like we focus a lot of our time trying to educate people, yeah, that's basically what we do. We also offer financial assistance, you know. For example, we have like government clinics and whatnot, yeah, but they don't have, the
Yeah.
sufficient. I don't know how to put it. So most of the time, they come to us, and tell us we've been going to this place, to that place, and nothing is coming out of it. So what we usually do is we help them go to either AfricMed, because we have an MOU with AfricMed, or Medicare, to go and meet the doctors there, so that they can get tested, and the proper machines can be used on them, because there are machines that, like, for example, the transvaginal ultrasound.
Exactly. Yeah.
I went to I went to the government clinic, so like that was about 2 years ago. It wasn't there, so, and that's really important, because if you want to see what's inside there, you have to use the transvaginal ultrasound. So we usually help when it comes to that, offer them financial assistance to go to the private clinic. But we cannot do that for everyone. You understand? So we try.
By the way, it's the internet. It's got nothing to do with us. Yeah, so it's the internet. Gamtel, get it together, please.
Is it breaking? Am I breaking? Am I breaking?
You are breaking my 1 hour, Gamtel, and let them get this together. It's about time that we have sufficient, like, proper internet. Fix your cable.
Exactly. Exactly.
So,
Nanyu balal ben pareli, because it's really important.
Exactly. Think about it, like, that thing was the last time, and I'm like, how much use my cool? I'll be on guy, anyways. Let me know. Bring tangle to my I'll call them out.
It's funny, and we also reach out to people, like we organized a fertility awareness work, and a lot of people came out. We want to start the conversation. It needs to start somewhere. You understand? It needs to start somewhere.
Yeah.
So that was why I decided to start with myself. As a young person trying to conceive for a certain number of years and everything. So I decided
And obviously you have the challenge
use myself. Yeah. So I decided to use myself as the guinea pig, if I can say. Come out and talk about it. It has to start. The conversation needs to start somewhere. Otherwise, we're not getting anywhere. And infertility is something that really depressing. It's emotionally draining. It's you can call it whatever you want, but it's not something that's easy to deal with. So yeah,
I mean, with the drugs itself, because I was doing a bit of a read up on the drugs that they try and use, which the side effects of, let's say, the drug Clomid,
mm-hmm.
it can take you on a roller coaster. Start from it can even cause
Mood
vision
swings and
impairment.
yeah.
It can cause, like, these are the drugs that people are spending. I don't know how much they're spending on Clomid in Gambia, but it's between $400 to $500. So imagine you have all hopes and you're trying to find a drug that works for you. You know, I'm just saying Clomid for now.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one that I actually know. So Clomid will mess you up. Let's just say that in general. Your expectations are so high. You're having emotional breakdowns. You're having all kinds of sometimes there's hallucinations with these drugs, and these are the drugs that Gambian women are using and are putting their hope and their faith into it. So what other forms of fertility support do you to provide? I mean, we've spoke about the medical side, but when it comes to like the psychiatric area, the one-on-one conversations and things like that, what do you guys actually provide by the foundation?
Okay, first of all, I want to dwell on the Clomid issue because I had an issue with it. Like a lot of people don't know that you cannot use Clomid for more than 6 months, 5 months, but you cannot use it for more than 6 months. It is not good for you. And if you if you're given if you're not given the right dose, it can really mess you up.
Yeah.
It can affect you really bad.
Yeah.
And if you're given the right dose, there are still side effects.
Yeah.
Number one, it Clomid dries up your cervical mucus. I don't how do I
No,
say?
the cervical
You know, as a
mucus
woman, you
helps everything to flow.
yeah.
If you're a man,
Yes.
and this sounds a bit
Yeah.
like weird to you, I just that you stay listening so you know what we go through. But okay, the cervical mucus.
Mm-hmm. Yes. One of the side effects of Clomid is it dries up your cervical mucus, and you need your cervical mucus to keep the sperm inside yourself.
Yeah, get the
You know,
things flowing.
it stays for up
And then
to
the men will think that their
72
boys will
hours.
always swim. Wow, continue.
Exactly. So if what's supposed to keep it inside, what's supposed to keep the sperm inside is dried up, it's not gonna be kept. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna go away. You understand? So that's one of the side
Mm-hmm.
effects of Clomid. Mood swings. Oh my God, it's
Mm-hmm.
mood swings, headache.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
all those things.
Like severe migraine.
I try to hmm I try to provide a lot of information regarding the side effects of Clomid on fertility support group,
Mm-hmm.
so that people can know. Because I
Would
was
you
talking to
share
someone regarding
that page information with us? I think it's important for people to actually have access to this information. I'll try and speak. Maa ngi ñëw ak sama olof yi dama-damati, but mbokk yi speaking na yéen a ngi soog a yéen a ngi soog a join ci chat tey ñu ngeen tàmbale si si project bu bees boo xam ne maa ngi ko def ak suma xarit suma naataango suma sister mu ngi tudda Sainey.M.Ceesay and mu ngi yëngu si mbirum jigéen yoo xam ne mënuñoo ëmba daanaka jigéen yoo xam ne dañoo am
jigéen yoo xam ne dañ dee am difficulty pour suma olof bi
waaw dañ am difficulty pour génnee loo xam ne pour jël biir ba pare am na ñoo xam ne tamit dañ dee jël biir waaye biir bi du dee mun a toog that's another problem that comes with
Yeah.
with fertility issues.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
fii suñu aada ñu ngi wax ne ok gars yi dañ ko teg si biirum rab saa yi dafa am rab moo tax mënta am doom or dafa feebar, or they don't really want to go into detail as to find out what is going on. So suma guest bi tey Sainey.M.Ceesay foundation bi pour loolu la, pour xelal la, pour yaatal waxtaan bi, pour wane ne nekkuloo ne yow kenn yow yaa nekk di dem through problème pour am doom. So léegi luñ doon wax léegi nii mooy am na benn garab bu nekk si moom lañ dee use Gambia ñu ngi ko ooyee clomid. Du Gambia rek fépp foo mun di dem si àddina clomid mu ngi fa, waaye luy problème bi mooy garab bi dafa am side effects, moo maanaam boo ko usee lu bari am na yu moo wàññi si yow, ba pare boo ko usee sax am na lu moo def si yow yoo xam ne gënut sa pour sa wér gu yaram. So drogue boobu noonu nag mu ngi Banjul, am na ñu bari ñu ngi ko utilize. Man fu nekk nii man Banjul laa waxee because man Banjul moo ma ñor. I can't be talking about somewhere else that isn't that I'm not familiar with. Why Banjul moo ma ñor, so Banjul am na garab bu ñu ooyee clomid. Jéem leen a def seen research. Seeni dina leen wax. I think you've written down the list of side effects. Am I correct? Bala maa wax loo xam ne. So loolu information boobu noonu is available. Ma pare dinaa leen jox number Sainey bi. Ngeen di am contact moom su fekkee ne da ngeen bëgg a waxtaan ak moom on a one on one. Xam naa ne ku xarañ na si liggéeyam te pare naa jàppale jigéen yoo xam ne mënuñoo ëmba. Parce que if I'm right to say this, the foundation came from a personal space. Would you like to discuss that with us? I'm sure it's not an easy thing to talk about, but I want to hear what actually inspired you to start this foundation.
Okay. When I was a kid, I was raised by this woman, my mom and dad. We were renting at her house, you know. So she took me like a daughter. She did everything for me. I spent all my 9 years with her. Never slept in my mom's room or whatever. Everything was her. So, but she was blessed with just one child. I'm just going to summarize it. So, when the husband passed away, she was just blessed with one child, but that child wasn't from her husband. You know, it was from her first marriage. So when she passed away, when the husband passed away, the husband, his former wife, the family and everything wanted to send her packing, you know, to leave the house because she had no kid with the old man. You understand? So it even went to the courts and everything. So me seeing her, you know, cry because of what they're doing to her, and it wasn't her fault. You cannot. Conceiving is not something you can control.
You can't.
You know,
exactly.
It's not something you can. So it's not something you can control. So me seeing that, I said to myself, when I grow up, I want to, you know, do something for these people that are suffering from this, because, you know, it changed her. It totally changed her. That period, she was so depressed that, you know, she was another person. That was one. Secondly, in 2017, I was walking from my office to my grandmom's house in Gloucester, and then I met this lady. She's in her 40s, something like that, sitting at the big gate, RVTH, the big gate. She was crying like, oh my God. I walked past her, went to my grandmom's house, dropped what I was dropping, and then came back. She was still there, and I couldn't walk past her. So I'm gonna go, auntie, you're Romana, I enjoyed it. I passed you crying. Why are you crying? So I'm gonna speak Wolof now, okay?
Wow.
Feel
free.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mina man, wow. Mana ko lan moo tax nga toog fii di jooy da nga bëgg a ñibbi amuloo paas ndax lan mi ne ma déedéet mi ne ma man suma dunda bi moo ma gënal suma dee bi ci bëgguma ñibbi sax fii jël ma ne ko bëgguloo ñibbi mooy lan mi ne ma bëgguma ñibbi sax mi ne ma weer bu nekk dama dee ñëw fii pour ma seet ndax jéem naa bi waaye dara fi mu nekk suma àdduna bi dara safum mi ne ma suma demee kenn duma dee faale kenn duma dee xool
Yes.
dama mel ni dëkkuma si kër bi that 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 really
Wow.
yes that really touched me and I was then 2 years into my marriage and I am like okay I am going through this I've been trying for 2 years and if people and she told me she's been married for 9 years and I said if people are going through this and no one is talking about it then it's wrong someone needs to come up with something and start the conversation. That was the day I came home. I spoke to my dad because I talk to my dad whenever I want to do anything. And my mom, I told them, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to set up a foundation to support women trying to conceive, to fight against the stigma, to do whatever I can, to change the narrative. And yeah, that was how I spoke to 5 of my colleagues, the ones I'm actually working with, spoke with them, and they
They're
agreed
active
to come on
now.
board. And then we started, yes, we started the process, and then that was how the foundation came about. So it's 3 things: myself, that lady, and my and the woman that raised me up. Yeah. I hope I answered your question.
No, you answered it perfectly, which leads me to my next question. When you start something in Gambia, and you're expecting it will all be like all hands on deck and people are gonna support you and ñëpp dinañ la jàppale. What were the major challenges in terms of funding and in terms of getting data and in terms of just getting access to people? Because we have a silence, and to break that silence you need to, you know what I mean, like just
I know.
yeah. So I don't know what word to use. What were the major
Oh
challenges
boy, this
that you had? Because it's
to be
important
honest,
that people
to be honest,
understand that it's not easy to start a foundation. It's not easy to start anything. But what were the major
yeah.
top? Was it family? Was it just what were the challenges? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Gamtal, how much gamtal la, how much kristal la, how much balasi. Yeah.
Am I breaking again?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, people try to discourage you because I don't blame them because because
It's new
I'm
territory.
telling you, it's a taboo here.
Mm-hmm.
It's a taboo. People don't talk about it. They don't at all. So, but I am I am a person that when I so whatever they say, I just brush it away. Secondly,
Mm-hmm.
I took a loan from my dad. You know, I took a loan from my dad to do the
Don't we
paperwork,
all?
do everything. Because I wasn't financially strong
Of
then,
course, yeah.
so I took a loan. I took a loan from my dad to get started, you know, and yeah, we got started, but we didn't start the financial support then,
Mm-hmm.
because we were not financially strong.
Mm-hmm.
So what I used to do was I put some money aside.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I am paid, I put some money aside. You know, I didn't want to force the team to come up with their own financial resources.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
Like I said to myself, this is okay. This is my passion, and I am going to do whatever I can to see that it succeeds. Yes, I need my people, I need my team, but I am not going to put them in a situation where they're gonna feel uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So let me just do what I need to do. So whenever I get paid, I put some money aside. That was how it started. I started funding whatever that we needed to do from my own pocket. Yeah, and which is not a problem,
if you
because
believe in something,
like I
that's
said,
the first step. Don't worry, Boo was knocking on the door as well.
So yeah, I'm just telling her to take him to my mom. Yeah, so so that was how I started raising money to. And we're working with, I have colleagues from the University of Sheffield, it's because of this corona that we didn't have like our fertility awareness week.
Yes.
Oh my God, it was going to be, oh my God, corona, you need to leave us alone. We my oh my God, it was supposed to be from the 28th March.
Yeah.
And for 7 days. Yeah. We were going to go throughout the Gambia, in the rural areas. We were gonna have awareness marches. We were gonna have a fertility conference where we would invite medical practitioners, in So we planned all that, and these officials bought tickets. We bought.
Yeah.
Yeah, we bought tickets. We bought air tickets. We booked hotels, and Corona came and destroyed everything. But the plans are still the same. It's just that
It's like I keep
till the end of
saying,
the year. So yeah.
Corona came at the wrong time. I mean, it has ruined a lot of things, but you have to keep this going. At no Mundi Mel, you just saying you really just need to keep this going. My next question, it's not even a question. It's like a conversation. The manual Josie, because I want to know if in the case of yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
The manual Josie. What is the fertility?
Okay, come on.
What is the fertility treatment in the the government sector? I'm not governmental, but that's my concern. So I'll talk about government for 5 minutes. What structures did you find, or before the foundation, in terms of IVTH and public medical care and things like that? Ninjo, let's talk about that.
Yeah, Marelosa. Like, to be honest, like there is not much. You understand? To be honest, there is not much. They don't have a lot to do with. Number one, they don't have a lot to do with, and myself, okay, people like me, nga xam ne dama bëgg research, man, whatever that I'm going through, I make sure I do research on it. Okay, so damaa dem sax gis doctor bi fekk man xam naa si suma book boobi. Okay, if this is what's wrong with me.
Su defee lii.
That's the treatment plan.
Yeah.
To definitely,
Yeah.
to if this is what's wrong with me, that's the treatment plan. So
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm not a medical practitioner, but like I said, I have a passion for this. So
But
I
when you, yeah, but when
invest
you're in
my
the
time doing
situation,
research, talking to talking to doctors in Gambia and in Nigeria and in Ghana. You understand. So
Mhm.
when I once went to the public clinic, the public lopitan in Banjul. So this lady has been going there. Understand?
Mhm.
Because when they come to
Mhm.
me, dama leen dee laaj, okay, nañ waxtaan comme ñaata for how long nga nekk di try ak yooyu noonu comme suñ ma
Mhm.
waxee okay dem nga lopitaan soo ma ne waaw
Mhm.
lan la docteur bi wax
Mhm.
understand nga yan test lañ la defal
Mhm.
but then comme ñi dee dem si public hospitals yi day defaluñ ma benn test you understand
Mhm.
defaluñ ma benn test ok defal nañ la ultrasound waaw defal nañ ma ultrasound comme
Ban fa.
lan mooy ultrasound ma ne leen machine bi understand nga ma ne leen ban façon yi machine la dafa am ñaari machine understand nga dafa am ñaari machine am na machine boo xam ne mooy bi ñoo jël teg ko sa kaw biir bi rek ok am na beneen machine boo xam ne mooy bi nga tëdda nga ubbeeku as jigéen ñu lifin ko dugal ko sa biir bu am vidéo bi and everything
Mhm.
so musuta def loolu noonu soo ma dem si ma ànda ma ne ko sooy demaat si lopitaan nañ ànda understand nga su ko defee ma mun a xam ak yooyu noonu naka laa mun a supporter so bi moo when she was going back we went together so biñ demee ma explainal docteur bi ne ko ñun we have a foundation and we support women going through infertility and everything she is not she's not demut school understand nga so xamut moo tax ma ñu ànd ak moom pour ma mun a xam because mu ne yàgg na di fi ñëw ak yooyu noonu pour ma mun a xam comme lan moo ko jot ak ban treatment plan ngeen dee def ak yooyu first of all he wasn't open to tell me pour wax ma ak yooyu noonu which is a problem I don't have a problem with that waaw so when I asked daf ndax defal nga ko like mus nga ko defal transvaginal ultrasound mu ne ma luy loolu I'm sorry man dama foog ne maybe
No, January, like it's
I because I speak very fast dama foog ne xëy na déggut understand yeah so ma ne ko ma ne ma luy loolu understand nga so ma ne ko transvaginal ultrasound mooy bi the one you insert inside the woman ñu ne déedéet amuñ machine boobu noonu understand nga ma ne ko ok amuleen machine boobu mu ne ma ok ma ne ko comme yan medication ngeen day jox mu ne comme suñ gisee ne dañ gars yi nekkoon ji conceive léegi ñu jox leen clomid ak yooyu noonu ma ne leen ma ne ko clomid for how long because clomid dafa am time boo ko mën a jël you cannot take it for more than 6 months understand nga lu ko mooy daf laa
and when to take it. What
exactly
part of your
when to
cycle
take it
do you
and the right no and the right dosage
Yeah.
because that's very very important the right dosage at ban time la ko war a jël si sa cycle bi ak yooyu noonu waaye bi ma de ñu duma woon pour ñu yàgga fa sax because man ay ñu ne kii bu fi yàggee tamit li moo ut
Du ko fi am.
balam ko am dina soona yeah so I eventually call someone at Afrimed so ma digal ko mu dem foofu noonu so foofu la nekk di dem di def treatment moom PCOS la am
Okay, PCOS. Okay.
polycystic ovarian syndrome yeah
Yeah, which is
PCOS la am
a lot of
yeah
Gambians
bi nga xam ne
do
like your eggs don't mature
exactly. And this is something that I think women need to understand. The whole point of a menstrual cycle is to get that egg you flush out. But you ovulate. When do you ovulate? Are you sure that you're ovulating? Are you sure you're releasing an egg? All of these things are things that I mean, as Jigen, fine su fekkee ne mënuloo koo xam si sa kilifa, at least you should know this through biology, through going to, I mean, young girls should be encouraged to go for smear tests, to go to the gynecologist, to go and check if everything is okay in there and more. Hamga. So I mean, I remember experience me and my mom had. They wrote to us saying that I should go for a smear test. I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know. But I was one of those people that wanted to know. So eventually she was like, you know, Dugal. And I was like, okay, this is not for me. But at least I found out that this is what it's supposed to be. So as inquisitive, if you're a Gambian and you're young and you're a woman, it's important to figure out what is going on. Do not wait until the final hour. Saying, are you with me there? Yeah. Is she still there? Okay. Do not wait until the final hour to try and figure out what's going on. Gamtel, yan ang maya sa mga program. But anyways.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's not your fault. I blame them. You know, I hope Latifka starts working for Gamtel as well. They might do a song about it and then we'll get proper service. But young Bible source, please fix your internet.
So, bukan nañu waxtaan if we, from what we do for to cancel them.
Please, yeah.
So we give out like because not nekkut ne doctor si when it comes to the social part, when it comes to
Sorry, could you go back
stigma, or when it comes to sorry,
I completely missed that. You're gonna have to repeat that little first bit. I missed it.
okay. So yeah, so my number is out there. I talk to a lot of women, even men now. Alhamdulillah, I talk to a lot of women, and you know, they can come up with any issue, any time of the night. I give them my attention. Talk to them because you never know. Léegi-léegi nga am nit text la guddi boo xam ne crying. You understand?
Yeah.
Crying hysterically, like crying because he's going through something at that moment. Def nañ ko wala wax nañ ko lu graaw. Understand nga? So I always try to waxtaan ak gaay. Understand nga? Aida leen tamit. Aida leen come. It's not something that you can control. So ko mënoon na control li kon feesal nga fa. You get what I mean? So bul déglu comme li la nit ñi di wax dëgg la métti na waaye boo ko defee sa xol bi yow si sa boppa soo waree jur sax doo mun a jur because balaa sa fii di dox sa fii dafa war a dox. yaa ngi understand? If you're stressed, if you're stressed, it's gonna mess up your cycle. If you're stressed, it's gonna mess up everything. So I try to make that clear to them that it's not easy, but when people talk to you and be very rude or be very
unsupportive,
exactly, be very negative, unsupportive, don't listen to them. Don't. It's really hard to ignore, but don't listen to them. Put yourself first. Put yourself first. And then, you know, just let it go. Ignore them. Join me.
I can tell.
Or want to know anything that's regarding fertility.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I talk to them about a lot of things. I give them ideas on where to go and get this, because kind of even in private clinics send dañ gënaate dañ gënalaate xam nga naka laa ko waxee.
Wow, I didn't
They're not the same.
care about
like
your
okay,
yeah.
when it comes to, I would tell you, when it comes to this, if you want to get this test done, you go to this clinic. If you want to get this done, you go to this one. I'm not focusing only on one, because I have done a lot of research on all of them. Understand me? So I advise them on where to go and get tested, get treatment, or yeah, anything that they want to do. Yeah. Sorry, 1 minute.
It's okay.
Yeah, so that's basically it. I speak to a lot, and I am happy doing it. I don't mind talking till morning, as long as I have made a
Different.
difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as comfort na need for the night. You understand? Dina dem to the am help dal. Okay, what she said, it's true. All it feeling ma wax musuma ko dega fenen. That means a lot to me. And what and and the feeling I get when someone contacts me and said, Alhamdulillah, I have tested positive. You see that?
Yeah.
That's what keeps me going.
Yeah.
That's what I don't mind not testing positive, but as long as I know that I have made a difference, you understand? I have made a difference, or I have made an impact in someone's life.
Yeah.
That means a lot to me, and I can keep doing that every day. Every day, I don't mind. Lumasigo begar ko, but that feeling, oh my God, you know, seeing people crying, tears of joy, thanking you, because you have put them through, you have
Fill the
translated
void.
them, you have um, put them through the right channel, and they have gotten what they wanted. There's nothing you can compare that with money. There's nothing. Lu gëna neex lolu. So yeah, moy lolu.
So
So
Robert,
any
you
other
said
question?
Alhamdulillah and the you said Alhamdulillah and the religious reward, or the which, I mean, I'm so proud of you, Sainey. Like you you're so massive so anybody on what they're gonna and you're doing so on. And I know a few Gambians that are exactly the same. I'm the new back, I'm the new ham the new def back, and same to into that gonna get a yala or stiabo. But in terms of religious support, like the religious guidance and things like that for the foundation, because I'm not your hamne lu nekk nañ ko base, and the base is of ne base of it doesn't matter if you're Christian or Muslim. To me, why religious are there religious influences within your foundation? Like, how are you getting the message across to some of these I won't even say the marcases. I won't even call them that. Like the people need, from a religious point of view, are they involved in the foundation, and what role do they play?
Okay, that's our next project, because we're working on having a fertility show on TV. It's gonna be called the Fertility Conversation. So we will be interviewing all the being it religious leaders, being it medical practitioners, the channeling group, you know, women struggling to conceive, men struggling to conceive. All the key players will be called, and we would have a conversation, and it will be played on TV. Just a conversation like the one we're having. You know, yeah. So when we eventually get we will invite both the imam and the nawakispa, the imam or the pastor.
Live
The
now.
imam and the pastor, to come on. to come and have a chat with us and then tell them what the Quran says, what the what
Because yeah, exactly. Because lan la wax. I think our network is connecting back to Wi-Fi. Just give us a second.
Okay, you mean me?
Okay, you're back now. Okay.
I'm back now. Okay, yeah. I we're looking forward to this fertility show. It's gonna be played every week on TV. It's not gonna be live though. It's gonna be recorded and then be played on TV. So and we're looking forward to changing the narrative. Having people come out to discourse and talk about infertility. With an open mind. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Not thinking of what people are going to say, what people are, how people are going to look at me when I go out, or things like that. We don't want that. We want to change the the um the
The mindset of
what should I say? The perception, the mindset, the perception of people when
mm-hmm.
it comes to fertility and and people struggling with it.
Mm-hmm.
Educated too, because medical practitioners will come out and talk about the different types of infertility, the treatment, the courses,
Mm-hmm.
because it's not only women, it's not the
Men
woman's
as
problem
well.
all
I
the
mean,
time.
I mean,
There is
talking about the same
see,
drug, men are being put
there
on
is the
pelvic
male
as
factor,
well. Like
there is the male factor, there is the female factor, there is the
exactly,
combined factor. You
exactly.
understand?
Yeah.
There is what we call how do I say it? When there is no problem. The on I oh my god, where did it go? Okay, like when sometimes you can be okay, the guy can be okay, but it's still not coming. The unexplained, okay, the unexplained,
Mm-hmm.
things like that. All those things will be talked about. You know, all those things will be talked about. The causes of female infertility, like I said, PCOS, the ovulation dysfunctions, the whatever, everything, the male
And the thing is,
causes
the
for male
diet, I mean, as
infertility,
Gambians, are we eating the right
everything.
food? You have men that smoke. You have women that okay, going into the bedroom now. You have women that use certain things down there to get things
The
working.
suffers, the suffers,
The
the
safsafal
suffers. The
and all that stuff is
extra.
put inside you, and you're expecting
See what
that
that
it's
does
going
is
to not
it
affect you.
the
You have
suffers are
men that
causing a lot.
that and they're everywhere. Everywhere you turn, there is a safsafal, and
Well,
it's just telling you that it's first the ones that you wash your vagina with. Dolumum, your pH balance is just gone. Forget about it.
it's
Then
gone.
you're talking about
Hmm.
putting things up there. There is a reason why God has provided all the things, all the elements, everything. He has made us so perfect that things just flow in the right order. If you eat the right food,
Hmm.
you know, then we can, you can actually say, okay, how do Madam Sainty do for support? But our bodies, like I keep mentioning this, I mean, I'm not the healthiest person in the world. I junk a lot, and things like that. But when it comes to the same safal stuff, we need to be careful of that. And I'm not talking about the Maggie and the Jimbos there. I'm talking about the ones that you need to do that. Stop putting these things into your bodies. You don't know what's in it. One, if it's for pleasure, I don't think it adds any form of pleasure at whatsoever. If a man is going to have sex with you, it has to be a pleasurable experience and vice versa. So don't put any pressure on yourselves. Besides the bin bins and jaljalis and the lingerie and the betos. Trust me, you don't need any of that other stuff inside you. Say, yeah, you got touched there. But I'm just being very real at the moment. Like, that should not be so
Oh my
hard.
God, you're a
Like,
psycho.
the more relaxed you are, trust me, just be kind to yourself. And women are
Mm-hmm.
in the position of, you know, the hardest thing is, neka Gambian. Jiggy
Dafa
Gambian
métti.
at Senegal, they saw that. I mean, Angela, they'll just wear their lingerie and they're good to go. Why you? We go through the process of churai, we go through the process of besho, we go through the process of I'm like, you
Bin
know,
bin jal jal.
go to the banyo like randomly, and he's like, let's just get busy. But these are the things that I'm like, okay, yeah, you will get there from there,
You know,
but
ma
it's
seetaan bàyyi ma
important.
waay.
So
Yeah, it is
keep time
important,
after
like
that. I don't
seriously,
know it.
because no,
I don't
because
know.
it's very important. Like no, like the supples you say,
Yeah.
the supples. Man, I cannot comprehend. Naka la nit mën a jëlee loo xam ne xamuloo fan la jógee,
Mhm.
xamuloo fan la jógee
Mhm.
nga insert ko si sa bopp just to give someone else pleasure, because the suppal is not for you to
It's
have
not for you.
to
And
have the
that's the
pleasure.
saddest
It's
part.
not for you. You, you understand? It's for the men, and they won't use the supples to insert.
You tell a man, go and
They
get
won't
me some
use
sapal. Do not hold that.
yeah,
Do not hold. You
yeah.
know.
No, man. I think I think that there are so many things you can there are so many things you can do to to satisfy whoever you want to satisfy. You
Yeah.
understand? Apart from using the supplements, and especially if you're trying to conceive, inserting those things, it's gonna cause
Yeah.
more harm than good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna
And then
cause more harm than good.
not to
I
cut
don't
you off,
advise
then
anyone.
there's the problems with the positions. People say if you do this position, then you conceive faster. Sorry, I don't have censorship on my show. But if you do this
That's just a
position,
myth.
huh?
That's just a myth.
It's
If
a myth.
they,
I don't care if you have your legs flying in the air. If you're not
mm-hmm,
right, like full, if
mm-hmm,
you're not, if things are not working the right way, per se, look, see,
mm-hmm,
already my viewers are going up because I'm talking about sex. No, but like, if you're not right there, trust me, no matter what position in sex you do, will make you conceive a child. Call a spade a spade. Let's be honest with ourselves. So all these
mm-hmm.
myths that you have, or danga dem nga takatere pul am dom, dem si sëriñ yi ñuy lekk sa xaalis. All of these things are playing psychologically in these women's heads, and you have no one to
Mm-hmm.
talk to about it. Amuloo kenn koy waxtaane.
That's right. And the thing is, you go and then they give you concoctions to drink.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these women would go without even thinking of starting with the hospital, not going to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is happening to me. I need to go and see setting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yet because your timing is it's not right. Understand that? Because if you miss that, like I said,
Mm-hmm.
if you miss that window, you're gone for that month,
Mm-hmm.
simple then month. So if loloma is a problem, like you cannot you're not doing it at the right time. If that's the only problem, and yow nga dem nekk di naan yooyu noonu,
Mm-hmm.
mu indil la problème boo xam ne nii du ko woon
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
nii du ko woon. So it's like dëgg la yooyu fii lañ ko fekka, te you cannot mënuloo am na ñoo xam ne you cannot dangaa war a accept ne ñoo xam ne mënuloo leen a change the way they
No,
think.
setting to be mom
You
movie
understand?
prepared singing.
Yeah,
Let's be
yeah.
honest. Setting to
So
be mom is part of our
man,
culture. But
man
my
what I advise is make sure you go and see a medical practitioner.
Mm-hmm.
Get to know your status.
Mm-hmm.
Convince your spouse, you go together, get to know your status.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever the problem is, you start your treatment and then take it from there.
Mm-hmm.
Yalla ñëwee ñëw.
No, no.
You understand?
Yeah.
Because like I said, it's something that you cannot control.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever you cannot control, don't kill yourself about it. Do what
No.
you need to do. Do what you're supposed to do, and then leave the rest to God.
Exactly.
That's it.
So on
Mm-hmm.
that note, I'm just gonna go back on how I started. We're doing a week-long partnership. Once a month, we'll do a week, once a month, and hopefully the relationship and the followers will grow. Before you signed on, I spoke about how we're trying to raise support for the maternity ward at the RBTH.
Mm-hmm.
And again, like I said when I first started, we're not looking for just finance because Halis mom, I'm gonna figure out Halis. So instead of giving funds to anyone, I would love to see any form of kind. I don't mind if you have blankets, if you have sheets, if you have nappies, if you have milk, if you anything that you think that you can provide, please don't hesitate to reach out. The number will be on my page and will be on my Facebook. Reach out and make any form of donation because we need to do this for our women. We need to do this for our kids. We just ignore government for now and just think about yourself and your sister and your against what on a neck sis lopitan lan la mo dem through lan la xam nga and bul xoolee sa boppa ne I can afford it, so somebody else can. Babies are expensive. Babies are gifts from God, but they come with a price. So su fekkee ne mun ngaa dimbale ba wàññi stress boobu noonu wala wàññi I won't say métit wàññi stress boobu noonu si nit ki. We will appreciate anything. It could be bottles of bleach. It could be disinfectant. It's just to make sure that if a child is delivered in the RBTH hospital, at least they have certain things put into place. Am I right, my sister? Right.
Mm-hmm.
So
You're really right, but because so they may see maternity wards like sayaram the father, you
yeah.
know, jigéen bu wasin dafay vulnerable torop.
Mhm.
Xale yi nee yi dañ dee vulnerable torop, understand nga?
Mhm.
So you need to be in an environment boo xam ne dafa hygienic, dafa place bu it's top notch. Xam nga lu ma mean?
Mhm. Mu
Like
comfortable tuuti sax.
free from bacteria, wow, free from whatever, free from lu nekk mbaaja yaa ngi set, lal baa ngi set, everything is intact.
Mhm.
Understand nga? But that's not what's happening. That's not what's happening. And like you said, government cannot dëgg la seen responsibility la and everything. But we war nañoo mun a jóg ñu dimbale wante. Understand nga? Comme like lii this project am buñ ko defee comme ku am lu am not financially. So ku bugg a financial fine, understand nga? But like ay mbaaja yeeg bleach yeeg all the Zabel, you know, things like that. You dimbale ko ward bi these mini blankets, you know, this part that comes in using it, they need the part, these diapers. You wanna dimbale, right?
Exactly.
Understand? Wow. So you dimbale len ko that. That's gonna help a lot because you never know. Mun nga wasin ba pare you yóbbu la si ward bi, you can contact anything from there. Because you understand that you can contact anything or anything can
It's definitely the most vulnerable to infection.
Exactly. So I think really it's a very good initiative, Fatu. So I think that yeah, Gambians are very kind-hearted. Understand that? If we reach out to people, people are willing to willing to come up with whatever they can. Being it like I said, you know, so that you dimbale and you change what we RBTH
Even if it's pain, I'm sure they need some
sanke.
anything that you can provide will be appreciated. Bul xool li nga am nga ne danga ko xeeb, then we will not move forward. So this week,
Exactly.
a recap of this week, we are having a online fertility week, discussing fertility issues, postpartum depression, stigmatism, adoption, etc., etc. And we are embarking on this journey, the chit chat with the safe haven. And I had Sainey.M.Ceesay. Why? She'll be back tomorrow, inshallah, around this time. So hopefully you guys will tune in, and hopefully we'll have some amazing news from some donors. And what are your final words, my love, before we wrap it up? And the man of Julie Timmins, what's the big na buyaga?
Pizza. Well, pizza team is just no. I just wanted to, thank you for
It's a pleasure. It is it's an honor.
the
Yeah.
opportunity, to kurma wahanini okay, So yeah. Tomorrow same time we talk about postpartum depression, because a lot of women
Postpartum depression and
have
all
been
the
through it,
other
and a
forms
lot of
of
women, yes, and we talk about the postpartum depression, and then we talk about the stigma associated with
related to it.
infertility. The stigma. You have to be waiting for us tomorrow, because the things that I want to talk about when it comes to what women are facing here, women trying to conceive are facing here, it's jéggi na dayo. So oh
I'm
my
so
God.
happy I
No,
found
wax bi
you
rëy na sama
here
téléphone baa
tomorrow.
ngaaro.
So
So yeah.
tomorrow,
Um.
I love you so much,
All right.
and keep up the amazing work, my love. See you later.
I love you too, my love.
Bye
Thank you,
bye.
guys. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.
Bye bye.